Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've been working on a little project. I know I make a lot of albums and not a lot of people, like, some people get quite daunted by them, so I wanted to make something a little bit smaller, not hardback or anything, but like a memory book. So, I mean, you can add quite a few photographs to this. I'm going to show you the one I've made already. I'm going to make a slight little tweak to the next one, but I've made this and it's for a gentleman. This one is, as you can see, I've used one of the rings from the embellishments. I know, clean off the glue later. I've used I think it's called Best World, and die cut this in the, because I've used the papers for that set as well. I cut out a velveteen feather and a one with the wood grain, which is from the designer series paper. Added a little bow, and yeah, I love it. The only thing is I'm using 6x6 patterned paper for this next one, so I will be piecing pieces up for things like this, but I'll open it up for you and show you. I just thought, and I'm going to be tweaking this little section and putting a little 1/4 inch gusset in, because I added quite a few embellishments to this. Like, look, you can, I made these with leftover cardstock. That is a pocket which has got, these have got the tags go in this little, the one. This is just a photo mat, and I've just added some decorations so you can see that they don't slip all the way down, they just stop there. This is a little photo mat in the back as well, and I can get it out. So they can journal, just add photos or whatever, and that goes in there. And if he wants to add more, he certainly can. This one's for a lovely friend of mine. You've also got a side pocket here, and I've put those corners on. Oops, sorry. I put those glued on corners to this set as well, and that slides in the back. And if he wants to add more, he can. I know he loves trains, and I know he loves going on his little travels with his beautiful wife, and they go train spotting and train museums and stuff. Maybe because of the travel theme on this, you got some little photo mats there. I just added some of that gorgeous ribbon, which is what ties the book together, and then just placed on a couple of knots as well. And they're 2 little pockets. I mean, they will go all the way down to there, but I wanted to just keep them out a little bit. And there's another one in that side as well, but it's just a small little token to show how much I appreciate him, and that he's, you know, he's a great addition to our group. We love him to death, and this is for the lovely Ian, and I hope he uses it, and I hope he gets some enjoyment out of it. He will have received it, thankfully, before you see the video. Otherwise, it would be a big, massive spoiler alert. So now I've shown this, I can get this out to him in the post tomorrow. And I hope, I'm going to put some suggestions in, saying, you know, your little trips to your museum, when you go to the train places, maybe you could add some photos for from your day out, or your little ticket stubs, you know. And the tags, you could add photos on there, or a journal on those. And yeah, I just think, oh sorry, look, I'm holding it. There we go. I just think it's a nice present to give to somebody, and they'd make great Christmas gifts or craft fair ideas even. You know, I know I get a lot of requests for craft fair ideas, but this in a cello bag with a nice little pencil down the side would look brilliant, and I love it. So I'm going to make a female version one now. I've cut my cardstock, but we're going to do the designer series paper together. I've got the measurements, so let me pop this to one side. Here are the measurements I used for that one. Let's zoom down a bit. So they're my measurements, and it's just a mini memory book. So there's not a lot of DSP really, it's just mainly the cardstock. And I think I used 6 full sheets of cardstock, but if you want to cut it down, maybe leave out the photo mats and let them and the person you give it to add their own. I'm keeping an eye on my battery, because it's got 3 bars. It says 3 bars, but I did a half-hour video, so maybe it'll stretch to an hour. So if you want to make one with me, go and grab your stuff. And then, like I say, with the leftover cardstock, just make some tags for the corner pocket. Love it. So here are my pieces. This is my A4. I know I've wrote A4 on it. You can't see it. And we're going to score this. This is the only one. Well, no, we do a bit of scoring, but this is the only one we need to open this out for. So I have where's my tool gone? There it is. I've decided to put a little quarter in. So I'm scoring this at 5 3/4 and 6. That's it. Just having that 1/4 inch increment there. We will be using this again, so I'm going to keep that out somewhere. And we know then we've got 5 3/4 on both sides. And it's just to make way for the ribbons and stuff like that. So let's just make sure we've got that pulled back. Make sure it's level, and we can just burnish those. And make sure we've got it burnished that way as well. We really want to get those creases in there. So instead, now I might have to adjust these papers, see? So instead of it being 5 7/8, it's now 5 3/4. And I'm going to work that way because this is the way I've cut them. Why have I cut that short? 5 1/2. Oh, I might have cut those two a bit wrong. Oh, I might have done actually. Because they're supposed to be... What have I done now? Gaynor's made her first boo-boo. I should have been 5 5/8, that's why. What a dozy sod. Never mind, we can rectify that with... Where's my pieces? Where's that gone? Maybe that's not long enough. No, but this is going to be long enough. So if I get that to the same height, pencil. Where's my pencil? There it is. Because we're going to cover it with DSP anyway, so let's just level that off. This is the only, I think there's this and maybe one other piece that I did throw away. So let's pop that on there because we want a nice little border. Let's see what the gap is now. I think 1/4 inch would be perfect. I can't do it on that one because I don't have a 1/4 inch measure. So you do yours at 5 5/8. And I'm just going to do this at, so that's 1/2 inch. So I'm going to test it at 1/2 inch. Make sure that it's straight. Let's just test that. Okay, that's made up for us boo-boo. So let's, whoops, hold that against there. I don't think it stayed straight. No, I don't like that piece. Right, let's see. I'm trying to keep that straight all the way down. Oh, and it's a little bit of a mover. So does that look straight? That's a little better. Let's try that. So if I put that on the end there, butt that up really close, you're only going to see that corner bit there, aren't you? So let's do that again. Got to make sure you got the same distance at the top as you have at the bottom. crossed. That looks pretty straight. Ew. Right, let's check this out now. Right, I've just filled my glue back up, so oof. So let me open this out. That might be a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know why I cut that down like that, but it's this stamp set which comes with this. It's called Playing with Patterns anyway. So let's play with some patterns. Let's play with some strips. Let's put small borders in. Let's glue our cardstock down. This is just for a layer, this is, and it strengthens the book. I've got a battery ready, so let's put that up close. That's not too bad. And let's turn it over and put our little strip on the outside like we have done there, so it matches, so it looks like it was meant to be done. We could have even put a different colour cardstock in there. Perfect. And then this is our other. So you need two at 5 and 5/8, not 5 1/2 like I've written down, because it's taking it down to, that is now 5 3/4. Why I took it down to 5 1/2, I'll never know. Unless you want a big border, then you're more than welcome to do the same. And before we go any further, now we're going to decide, these are the leftover pieces like I'm saying, we're going to decide which ribbon we want to close this up with. Now this is a bit wiry, I don't think, and it's a bit like nylon, so I'm not going to use that to close it. Got this beautiful ribbon, absolutely stunning. Let's see what the little blue one looks like. I mean, if you don't normally take a lot of photos, or you just want to save a few, this is ideal for somebody that doesn't want to fill a huge, humongous album up. Oh, this is dainty, but very pretty. Not very strong. No, it looks like it's going to be this gorgeous, thicker ribbon. So let's see if we can find where it opens. Or maybe not. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh my goodness, can I even get this open? Let's get it. Whoa. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So, let's get some tape. In a block. And I'm just going to eyeball the centre. Oh, wait there. Turn it around, Gaynor. The pink's on that. The purple poses on that side. And this is one of those projects you could have done in a couple of hours, an hour or so maybe. So just pick a length. I'm going to say about that long should be fine. So let's get our distance again. This time we'll snip that off straight. Oh, she says. Let's just straighten that end up. Pop it in the bin. Well, on the floor. Right, now what I want to do to level this up is just fold that over a sec, just so we can eyeball the centre on there as well. Perfect. Don't worry about coming all the way to the edge, because I've added quite a bit on that one. There we go. So let's just see if we can tie that into a nice bow. I think we will be able to. Oh yeah, plenty big enough that is. I get sometimes to be all fingers and thumbs. Perfect little closure, and it will take up any bulk now. So perfect. So bit of sticky. I am going to just grab my scissors and I'm going to cut a little section for there, just so, because that's going to be inside my pocket, no one's going to see this, and I'm just going to cut that in half. You don't have to do this, I am. I don't want any tugging on this ribbon, so I'm just going to make sure it's secure and it doesn't rip the pocket up. So, not right to the very end, but quite close. And then that will stop me from tugging on those ribbons. Perfect. So let's get on to the next page. So this one is 9 1/4 by 5 3/8, and we're going to score this on 3 sides 1/2 inch. Some I'm going to not only do the back bit, because we're going to just glue the end down, because less bulk. I mean, we can actually decorate the inside at the top if you want. Move that up, sorry about that. So, keeping the writing on the inside, because it just saves you gluing or rubbing out the measurement. No one's going to see it. Whoopsie daisy. That's a bit noisy, isn't it? And this is going to get glued over the edge there. And you've got that tiny little socket there, and that is just going to give us enough space to put our little photo mat in, which is this one, I think. Yeah, our photo mat's going in there. So I've got to rub this out because it's on both sides and it's the photo mat. Oh, I hate that when you get all those gluey bits off your rubber. So now we decide, do we want a bit of designer series paper in there before we stick it down? We could add that and carry with the pattern. Nobody would know. Or we could just slice that in half. Let's add an inch, just an inch, maybe 1.5 inches. Oh no, let's do 1 inch. Because by the looks of this is 2. If this is, let's cut that to 2 first, and then we can do 1 inch. Keep it on the same width. So just so we've got a little pattern going on. And then I can carry that on there. Perfect. Oh, we could have polka dots. No, I'm going to go with the stripes because it'll be easier to patch up the paper rather than trying to add. So let me, I know I'm terrible, I can't cut a straight line. So let me cut off that navy strip because it's too close to the other one. And then we're going to cut off that navy strip. Perfect. At least I know I've got straight lines. Nice. And then we can proceed on gluing our little pocket in. I like to hold them down just while I glue. I mean, you could, if someone's been in the hospital or they've just had a baby, you could give them a little photo book of their visit to the hospital. Perfect. And that is right down in there. And then our beautiful photo mat will slide right in. You don't have to decorate the photo mats if you don't want to. I'm just going to add like little bits of ribbon. Come on. That's it. I know where it's catching on. There we go. Come on. Too soon. I might take a fraction off the side of this actually. Even though it will fit. Nice snug fit. Why do they never want to go? Oh, there we go, it's gone. It's there. It's in. But we're going to lift that up after. I'm going to add maybe a little gem in each corner. Just so it won't fall down in there. But you still want to see the stripes. So what I've got here are these beautiful little butterflies. And the only colour that goes with this is I like that one. That would go with the orange, but with the purple posy as well. So I'm just going to add 2 tiny little butterflies to decorate those little photo mats and to stop it from falling inside the page. So we can now, well, that one's gone in, but come out. There we go. So it's just that I like a little stopper on the end, and we're adding decoration at the same time. So now we have got these 2 pieces. These measure 5 1/8 by 4 1/2, and if I'm right, is it the 4 1/2? 2 sides, 4. Let me just have a look at this. I keep my head's like a sieve just lately. Yeah, we're going to add some pattern paper in there, and this we're going to score all 3 sides at 1/2 inch, and we're going to have 2 beautiful little pockets there. So, and we don't need to rub this off. So take, oh right, 4 1/2. That's the back. So 1/2, 1/2, and 1/2. So you need the longest bit first. So you're going to 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch. Start with on the long side. chop out your corners. Oh, what am I doing? I've got two. Dispose of them. I love my bin disc being down there. Right, now fold these. We're going to add our DSP there as well. I know people love these little photo memory books and stuff. Oh, my little butterflies just come off. Light bulb. So let me just glue those into place. Just whilst, so that can be stuck down. Just while we burnish this side as well. Let's gain a check, otherwise we could have done it the wrong way round, but I doubt that. I think I've got it right. And then these are going on here, on the backs, and they are bang on the same width. Perfect. I think I did that over this side. I just didn't bother with the crease at the bottom because it can get quite bulky, especially with there having two pockets on this side and a corner pocket as well. So let's find some DSP. I've got this beautiful one. I've got several out. Oh, to go with the Coastal Cabana. I love this. I think that is absolutely stunning. And I think that would look gorgeous because of this yellow photo mat as well. And then we'd have to carry that on. Unless we do it in 5 1/8. So if you do 5, leave a little gap in 5. So we need 2 inches. Do that at 4 inches, sorry, so 4. Maybe that will do the other bit if we did it all the way along. I know, because you just cut it off, Gaynor, you silly sausage. So let's get another one at 5 by 2 inches. 4 even. Forget me if it was loose. Add that one on there, and then this one on here with a tiny little gap inside, because each one of those pockets is individual anyway. So, and that's another way of cutting down on DSP. So nice little distance either side. Maybe I should have added these at the end. And a nice little distance there as well. That looks really cute. And now we can add our little side pockets. So right along the edge. Perfect. I know we haven't decorated the front yet, but we'll get to that. And then we can attach our second one. How cute. Love that. Now we're going to find some paper to decorate. We could add those little lines there. or we could have those gorgeous little spots, which tallies in with the purple posy, the calypso coral, and the kush curry. And I think that's onto a winner. So I want to find the other one. There it is. And now they measure, cling. These measure 4 by 4 and 1/8, so you need them 3 7/8 by 4. So 3 7/8. By 4. And we've cut the two together. And they're gonna go right on there with a tiny little border, and I don't mind that at all. How cute. So, I mean, it's a minute little border, but it's on there. Perfect. How cute is that? Oh, I love it. Don't worry about all these bits. We never let these go to waste. I love cutting into my DSP, the ones I love. So keep all your little bits because you can decorate these if you want to. So the next papers I've got are these, and these are our tiny little photo mats. So I've got to rub that out. And these are 2 by 4 and 3 7/8, same as the DSP. And they just slot into there. And then we can add some ribbon on top of those later. We'll do the decorating right at the end. So that's that section finished. So our next piece of cardstock is 8 by 6 3/4, and if I'm right, we are going to just score this 1/2 inch either side, and I think I might just score the bottom bit. I'll check first. Wait there, 2 seconds. Let me have a look at my book. Yes, we're going to score the bottom bit at 1/2 inch as well. So this section, 1/2 inch. And then on the other pieces, we leave that section out. So again, cut off your corners. It was so much easier with the other papers. They were 12 by 12. But this is not phasing me in the slightest. And you can guarantee, I love my 6 by 6 papers, but you can guarantee I'm always left with lots of it left because I don't tend to pull it out so much because it's 6 by 6. So this section now is going to get glued right on there. Oh, Gaynor. You might have to take a little fraction off that side. 6 3/4, making it 5 3/4, which is supposed to be bang on, believe it or not. 5 3/4. But if you look, because of the crease line, it's taking a mil. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back in this side, and I'm going to put that score line on this line, and then just score that again down there, just so I know then when I put that line further down, got to score that over. That'll pull that score line perfect then into place. What a small fold line. So trim that corner off because we don't want that interrupted. Now that should fit perfectly. Yay! So just instead of scoring one at half an inch, score one at half an inch, measure half an inch and pull it over a fraction and then score. So let's get a bit. This didn't stick, did it? Like it was meant to. So let's get this. I mean, you could do this half the size of the A4 if you wanted and do it a really mini memory book, but you'd only end up with one pocket that side. That's better. That's got that. And it won't do anything to that. Whoops, got a bit of leakage. Our book still closes perfectly, and we're going to add some ribbon on there as well, like we did on the other one. So there's our pocket in. I'm going to leave that blank, or we could, oh yes, because this is wide enough now, see. Now we're running this way. Pencil, pencil, pencil's gone. Walkabout again. Where have we gone? Pencil. Oh, there you are. And I don't see that I can do it myself because my hand ain't steady. So let's do 1 1/4 inches. And that should tuck in there for us to glue it down. Oh yeah, perfect. Now I've pulled some weird faces, I know, girls. Tell me about it. Look, my little butterfly's coming off. I mean, you could have done this beforehand. I wasn't going to do anything on the back, but then I just realised my paper was facing the right way, and that's gone in there. Beautiful. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is 7 3/4 by 5 1/2, and this is our photo mat for inside that pocket. So that goes in there. Perfect. This piece then is 6 3/4, 6 by 6 3/4, and we're going to score just two sides. Is it that way? Yeah, that way, at 1/2 inch. And because, see, half, and I'm going to put it onto that there, and I'm going to score in. So I made a little mark at the 1/2 inch, and then I pulled that in to that section there so I could score down there, and then I'm going to score this just at 1/2 inch, and it should be perfect now. So it wasn't quite, what was the next mark? It wasn't quite 5/8, it was like 5/8 minus the distance, like 1/16 less. So this is our second pocket, which fits there perfectly. Love it. Let's get some paper on here. Let's pick what we're gonna have. Ooh, should we have a contrasting colour? I've actually got some. Where's it got? There it is. Do I want the same colour though? Or shall we leave it that way round? Or that way round? Or even that way round? And we're going to go, well, we need to go all the way down to the bottom with this one. So let's put those two pieces together. just to get the gap right. Perfect. So let's check whether we've got that. That's perfect. Look at that. How sweet is that? So let's get this piece on. We don't even have to have the same colour. This is we're gonna have a corner pocket in a minute, and I don't think I've cut paper for that. There goes my battery. Give me 2 seconds to swap it over. Ta-da! Gaynor's doing gymnastics. Perfect. And I got a battery charger right next to me. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. So do we want the same distance? Do we want to add the same? Or should we go for something totally wild and wicked and have that? So let's get that pencil mark. Because we are playing with patterns, as we said. Could pick that up then. Perfect. I'm keeping all these strips to make a herringbone card as well. Right, while this is here, check we've got that the right distance. Perfect. And I'm going to give myself, oh, let's say 1.5. Is that going to be big enough? No, let's go 2. And that can go back on my patterns file, because if I've got that there and it's exactly the same distance, perfect. I always add too much glue, don't I? Perfect. Right, now what papers have we got next? Let me see what I've got on here. And that's our pocket. Oh, run out of cardstock now. So, oh, why have I just done that all the way down then? Silly sausage. Silly sausage. Never mind. And where's my photo map for this one? Ah, did I get down to this bit and forget to write down the measurements? Probably. So this is going all the way down either side, and there's our other pocket. So we do need an extra slice of paper. Where's those strips we just taken off? Let's contrast this. Ooh, yeah, perfect fit. Let's have a bit of purple on there. Cute. Let's have a look what else we've got. I don't want to start adding loads of strips, but let's just leave that on the top. Right, we need a photo mapper there, which I haven't got, so let's fetch myself a piece of cardstock. So I need that to be about there. I'll write that down in a moment. I couldn't see my pencil mark. I still can't see my pencil mark, so now I can. And we can use that section for our bottom pocket, so we want that to come down to about there. So I'll measure this for you in a minute and then I'll write it down. So Gaynor missed off a photo mat and a bottom section. Oh, naughty, naughty, naughty. So that is going to go in there as our photo mat. Does it need... I don't want to push it too far down at the moment. I'm going to leave that out for a second because this is still damp at the bottom. So we don't want to interrupt that yet. So we've got that. And now we need to do a corner pocket. So I'm going to score that edge. And I'm going to score that edge. So, whoa, score. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score this one at 1 inch. Only because I want that to be able to fit. Oh, look at that's perfect. Scored it at 1 inch, made that absolutely perfect. So, let's cut this section out. Fold that and we can fold that, and then what I'm going to, oh look at that, fits on there right up to that purple line perfectly. So I'm going to put a pencil mark there and I'm just literally going to cut from there to there on the pencil line. So pencil mark on the edge there. And that on the edge there. Is that, isn't that cute? Hi. And then that is just going to get glued down on there, all nice and perfect, and away to go. And now we've got 1 inch. We could go and take ½ an inch off if you want, but you don't need that much glue. Just make sure you've got it top and bottom in the corner and up to there. Look at that, perfect, absolutely perfect, all the way along. Cute. I'll just take that section off. Because that can be used somewhere else. Maybe you could do a crossover one if you wanted to. You could score. Oh no, that's a bit. Well, you could. You could score that ½ an inch and then just glue down the bottom. And then you'd have a crisscross pocket. Take that across there. Or you could just put that on there. And then just slice that off. And then you'd have a tuck it. Oh, let's just do that. Come on. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's score that ½ an inch. Just on the one side. Leave it that way, Gaynor. Snip off that section. We don't need that because we're going to make sure that again sits on the edge. And then I'm just going to mark, only so we don't have this piece to go into waste. And then I'm going to trim that off, she says. Perfect. And then I'm going to glue along there. And then just glue along there, and we're going to just have a false bottom on there. now we've got a crisscross pocket. I could have perhaps cut that off a little bit more. Right, now that this piece is dry, that can go in there. When it wants to go in. I might have to take another fraction off that. I'm going to take this, oh, I never measured it, did I? So let's see, this is 7. If I do take that down to just short of 6 7/8 maybe, and the width is 5 1/4. So that's 5 1/4 by 6 7/8. Let me write that down for you. 1 at 5 1/4 by 6 7/8, and that is a photo mat as well. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 photo mats. In fact, you've got 5. So you've got 2 there. 1, 2, 1, 1. So, and then we used for this section. Put that back in there. That's better, so we can see the under paper. So what do we use for that then? Let me measure that. Oh, that is 5 3/4, and we scored it at 1/2 inch. So 6 1/4 by, and we scored that 1/2 inch. That's 5 1/2. No, it's 5 1/4. So 5 3/4. 5 3/4 by 6 1/4. Did I say 5 3/4 and 1/2 inch? Yeah, 1/4, and then score 2 sides 1/2 inch, and then cut on the diagonal. Perfect. And now all that's left to do is decorate these 2 panels here, which we can do with a piece of 6 by 6. So let's decide. I do like that spotty stuff. We're definitely going to get. So let's mark that. Pencil's gone walkabout, there it is. So there, we take that strip off, and then we just literally cut for that side. This piece then will be to the other side. Ooh. And then I'll tell you roughly how many pieces of cards DSP we used. And then cut corner. To corner. Perfect, we should have. I might have to take a skim off the bottom so we can, let's just check. Ah, we should have added that on first before we put this second pocket over. Why is that slanted? Because we needed, no, that's right, we've cut it to size. But it's a gap there. Tell you what we're going to do with this one. We are literally going to measure that gap. That is 3/4 of an inch. So that's 3/4. How's Gaynor going to do this now? That's 3/4. That's going to take that section off there. I think. Let's just, don't do this yet until you know what I'm doing. And then I take a little fraction off the bottom. It should work. Oops, gone on the floor. But now it's made that. I am literally going to cut another slice off that, and then that'll be perfect. So now we need to keep it straight, Gaynor. Oh, I'm scared now. So that can go in there. That needs to come down there. It's going to stick out like a little bit of a sore thumb there anyway, so I'm going to there and there. Take that off and then put that corner on 3/4 again to that mark and 3/4. Oh my goodness, what have I done, girls? I'm out. Is it gonna fit now? Well, it's gonna have to do because I can't get any more better than that. So I'm a mess. Put your piece on before you stick your second one on. But we got there in the end. Right. Slide that under. Pull that down. Take that out. I'm just gonna go. That's the only bit of a gap we've got on there. And then I'm gonna chop that in so it's flat and straight. Okay, you've got to keep it straight, love. That's better. Don't worry about that because we're gonna cut this off. Nice straight line, and down there. Nice straight line. So let's cut this one first. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to do that by balancing that on there and then pulling it in. So keeping that as a straight line. Perfect. That's going to take that there. Oh my goodness. It's Gaynor's having kittens here. Let's start at the top there. Right, that we know he's going to fit in there. We know that's going to come out to there. So we start cutting from there. I'm going to sort of draw a line. I should have done that in the first place, shouldn't I? Crossed. If we take that off, we should be okay. Oh, trust me to make life hard for myself. That should get it now. Let's have a look. Do you know what? That'll do for me. I'm just going to snip off the end. And I'm done. This is an extra piece anyway, so. Yay, we got there in the end. Whoop, whoop. So, apart from having a little triangle that's left and these couple of little bits, I already had 2 pieces that were cut, and we've got to do the front now. So, and then we'll make some tags. So, we have used 1, 2, that was already an offcut and so was that. 3, that's part of that one. They were already offcuts and so was that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 pieces, and then we're going to use some of these for the front and then some of them for the sides. Because we're playing with patterns, don't forget, keep telling yourself we're playing with patterns. And then there's a little section there as well, so we will need another piece or 2 for the front, so let's get that out of the way. We're going to make some tags in a moment. Going to do a little bit more decorating. Let's decide on the papers we're going to have. What's on the back of that? Oh, that is pretty. That is pretty. Which one's that one? Oh, this one. Oh, that is nice. And it'll hide that. That's pretty. So. Let's get that bang on. That's the perfect width. Let's take that down. And we could add some ribbon across the front to decorate as well. So let's try a whole piece first. Perfect. We could mix it up by turning it around. Whoa. That's a really small border on that side. We could turn that around, couldn't we? That piece is slightly wider. So let's think of something. Polka dots? No, we've got dots. We could have a bit of that going on up there. Let's have a look what it measures anyway. So, 5 5/8. Wrong colour. Ooh, I don't want the same stripe, do we? No, let's have a bit of this plain. That's, I need to take another fraction off that. I mean a fraction. Or is it that way? No, definitely not that way. So, the minutest little piece. Whoa, that is minute. And the gap there is, let's do 2 1/8. And just overlap it a fraction. Oh, go on, do this one for now. We'll do a different colour on the back, or different pattern on the back. Because if I remember rightly, I've seen a pattern. Cute. And we could perhaps have our heading up there. So flip this over. Do the reverse on this one. Let's get our paper out again. Look at those bits there, that paper I was looking at. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's get our whole pieces. They can go back in here. And let's check the distance on this. So it is 5 5/8. So let's do 5 1/2. Oh, why isn't that? It's got to be straight, Gaynor. It's got to be straight. 5.5, and let's cut this to 5.5. Let's do this one at the top, and then that section at the bottom. So the colours that go with this paper are Purple Posy, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Coastal Cabana. Oh wow, I think I'm running late for my premiere. Very late. Or should we go back to the spots? So let's do 5.5. And again, let's do 2 1/8. It should fit because it's the same as it was on the other side. Perfect. That is cute. We can have our headings on there. So let's pull together some of these papers and get them out of the way. Please don't throw these little bits. They make beautiful herringbone cards. RDSP to one side. Let's turn these into gorgeous tags. So again, I'm going to fetch this in. I'm just going to measure. What was that? That's 3 3/4. So let's get 3 3/4. What's the centre on that? 1.5, and then you've got 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 1.5, 1 2 3. That's the center. So let's do 3/4 either side. And let's fetch it down. Let's just draw a line across there, say. And just put a mark there and there. Don't worry, we'll rub those lines off. And then put your dots on this score line. Chop. And again on this side. Chop. Get our pencil and just rub those out. Crocodile. And I can see roughly where that pencil mark was. That is cute. So we've got a tag for there and a tag for there. Perfect. Whoa. Let's just have a look at this section. I'm going to chop this down to 4 by 2. And the same with this one. By 2. And we've got our new fancy tag punch. And I'm going to put one of them in there as well. And one of them in that side as well. So we've got lovely little tags. We've got big tags, small tags. We've got photo mats, and now it's just a matter of decorating. And I don't really think you need to sit and watch me put some ribbons on here, there and everywhere. I mean, I will do some on the front to show you, but you just basically decorate it how you want it now. It's all up to you. I've kept you lovely people for long enough. I might add a strip of DSP because we've got quite a few strips, as you've seen. I'm going to add some ribbon on there. Let's have a look at this blue ribbon. Maybe let's show you how to do it quick. It's so simple. Just cut a length. I'm only going to add it to the large tags. Just going to poke these through. Scoop them up. And there we go. I mean, I want to keep that quite long. Maybe just snip off so it's not sticking out the top of the book. Perfect. And then I'll do the same to the other one. I'll add some of this gorgeous ribbon. Whoops, I didn't take it off of me. Across these two little photo mats there. Make that nice and straight. Add those across there, and this, and maybe add a little bow on those as well. So let me get some tape. I'm just going to do one to show you. Excuse me, I'm starting to snivel now. Leaving myself a little gap. But, I mean, they've got photo mats. You can add 2 4x4 photos on there, front and back. They can add them on there. They can add them inside there. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got little trinkets you can add on them. Let's take that out. Just take that to the end. Snip that off. And then just tie a little knot. It's like that wants to go that way. Maybe snip that down a bit, and then snip that down a bit. I've got my other little tape that I like to use. Love this stuff. When I can find the end. There we are. Snip. And then that can stay right along that side there, making sure that's nice and straight. And then there's your little stopper then to stop it from sinking all the way down. But I like to pull them back for decoration, but that's what I'll do on the other one. I will probably add some of this thicker ribbon maybe at the top and do the same on that one. And then add the little navy one on that one for that mat, and then add this one on this one, and maybe tie a little bow or something, you know, just to decorate them up to show that they're little photo mats and stuff. But that's all I'm doing right now with you guys. I've shown you all the directions and I've written down the extra measurements. I will hold the book up again just a tad for you to go away and get all your measurements. So there they are, and there's the extra bits there. I hope you've enjoyed. I've really had fun making it with you. Oh, without quickly, I've got some of the gems here. So I'm going to grab my pokey tool, and you know us contrasting colours. Let's add a dot either side on that one, and let's even do a dot either side on this one, and maybe a third one in the middle, just to make it a little bit different. Let's go for a smaller one. So we just know that we can identify them as photo mats. And maybe then, because it does, oh, excuse me a second, where's that gone? I've got my little tissue in the drawer. My nose is playing football again. And I think it goes with basic black as well, I'm not sure. I'll soon tell you now. DSP. Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Purple Poser, and Whisper White. Sorry, not black. I was looking at the other paper underneath. But there it is, and we've got that beautiful little gusset there. And then this ties up to give somebody as a present. The playing with patterns comes with those mini alphabet dies. So I might put MB across the front, memory book, and then maybe see what other shapes it comes with. And add maybe some, oh, I can't think off the top of my head. But there we go, there is that gorgeous little memory book you can give to somebody. Let's just, oh, look at me, I'm doing more and more as we go on, aren't I? So let's define these areas. Where's my block? There's my block. Let's make sure that's rubbed down nicely. Peel that back. Oops, and then I'm going to have a cut straight edge. Oh my goodness. I thought it was a straight edge. Perfect, and then that defines that area. And then, oh, it's just cute. And then, like I say, cut out the letters MB for, and then you could write memory and book, or you could do the whole thing in the alphabet. It's entirely up to you, but this is just my way of. This will go up as a prize as for one of the weekly sketches, so nothing ever gets wasted. I don't make things and then throw them away. I always have a little gift in mind for somebody. And then this is the one I made earlier. And like I say, and oops, the tag's coming out. This is for my friend Ian, who I know will love this. I hope he does anyway. I just want to bring a smile to his face. He's been in such a lot of pain, bless him. And I don't want us to forget our male crafters either, because he's like, well, he's admin in my group, and he's really good at cheering people up himself, so I want to cheer him up. So there's the female and the male version. Oh, sorry about that. I'm knackered now. But let me leave you all. I've gone through a whole battery, so it's a long video. So, and it's getting a bit dark now. So, good night, peeps. Love you all. See you soon.